On the last All Out show, John demands his money for getting kicked in the balls. Why didn't you pay John yet?
I sent John an email. Told him I'm a busy guy. I'm going to send him that shit as soon as I can.
$200 magically turned into $100.
Well, listen, I should be giving you fucking $5 because you barely even took a hit.
What the fuck are you talking about?
She took so much off that kick. You
Bullshit.
Even had a reaction. I was looking at.
Were you here?
Fucking blink.
She toned it back for a bit. She hit me in the nuts.
Toned it back a lot.
Hey, you paid for some nut shots, and that's what you got. Where's my money?
We finally got a winner on Hate It or Love It. Congratulations, Sin. All right, that was it, man. You won Hate It or Love It, Sin. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
I don't think anyone's won in about 3-4 months.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, Diamond in the Rough right here, you might as well keep spinning that all day, right?
I keep talking shit about the way John dresses. He dresses like shit. It looked like you got your shirt wet, just crumpled it and put it at the bottom of a hamper and then just pulled it out and then threw it on. I've been sick for 6 months, bro. Like, I'm supposed to be the one that looks awful. I'm just lucky that you're in the picture.
I really can't dispute
because when you weren't in the picture and I was with Anna Akbari, people were like, "Damn, is Jude sick?" But like, they don't notice when you're in the picture with me. And now here's another episode of the All Out Show. John, I've gotten some pushback that you didn't get kicked in the nuts hard enough.
You shouldn't be listening to those people.
I think we need to redo it.
I do not think that's the case. I mean, I could probably take it a little harder, but I was a little spooked after seeing...
Do you feel like you stole money?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
You can't even look... every time you say no, you shut your eyes. You can't even look me directly in the eyes as I say, look at him, you won't look.
That's not, it's not some sort of
He's
tell.
doing it again.
No, that's not true.
Every time you say no, you look away. John, do you feel like...
I would think that everyone got their money's worth.
He's not looking at me.
Everyone was taken care of.
He's not looking at me. He keeps looking.
Could I have taken a little harder? Yes. But when I saw what she did to that guy, I was a little spooked, honestly. But could I go a little harder? Probably. But I can't have her rupturing my testicles.
I get that. I understand that.
She still kicked me in the nuts.
Not hard enough.
That's not true.
I mean, look hard, but not just the pushback that I got. And
pushback? Who are you listening to?
The bosses.
What?
Yeah, the bosses felt like you didn't get kicked in the nuts.
That is not. That is completely false. I'm not even entertain that idea. That is not true.
Talk to the bosses about it, and they're very disappointed.
Bullshit. That's not true.
Oh my god.
So what if you do the fucking... We don't need to do it like next week because we already did the whole ball kicking. But like down the road, you get to kick her in the fucking pussy.
I don't know. Can you imagine if I hurt this lady? Which seems impossible.
You are not gonna. You're not a professional kicker. She is. You get to kick her in the. You get to kick her in the fucking cunt.
That's the term. What do they call it? Cunt busting.
You get to bust her cunt open, man. John. She's sexy as fuck. When's the last time you busted a cunt like that open?
Never. That is
That's what I'm saying. You get to fucking kick that cunt, man. Then she kicks you, and then you kick her, and then she kicks you.
Oh, that could easily get well out of hand.
And then this time you could know it's coming. You could actually wear some underwear that's clean and shit.
That's a given. I may buy some new ones.
Yeah, you could buy new underwear for the whole deal. We literally got all those Frigos over there. Just get some Frigos. Put on some Frigos.
Just nice.
And they're very nice. They're like $50 underwear, bro.
That's incredible.
What's incredible is that you're going to be doing this. That's what's incredible. I felt like it was fine, but she did not go as hard as she did on Jay.
That's a given.
She went, what, like 30% as hard?
40.
Watch the video again. You can gauge it.
I saw the video because when she kicked him, she came from the back. She swung that bitch back. Like, brought the foot back and then came up and just busted him in the shit. With you, she started with her foot forward and then came up.
Jay has to drain fluid from his scrotum.
Yeah, but that's from fucking years of this shit. You're not gonna fucking... You're not...
That's a fairly serious occupational hazard.
Oh, serious. It makes me want her to just really kick you in the fucking nuts for saying shit like that.
That's a serious occupational hazard.
So say, okay, all right, good, settled.
It's done.
I'll even have her. I'll let her kick me in the nuts too, in order to do this. Okay.
Fine. Again, that's just gonna spiral into a bad place.
I kind of want her to. That shit was like, she's real fuckable.
Yeah.
Not your type. Not Chris's type. My type. She was big.
I thought she was
a little too tall for me.
Big, thick, white girl.
A little too tall.
My dick will look mad small next to her, but like whatever. Like my dick would stop like right at her inner thigh, and then her leg would just keep going on and on and on and on. But you know what? That doesn't mean she got a deep pussy, so there.
By the way, I wasn't oohing at her. I was just thinking of getting kicked in the nuts.
Oh, yeah. Someone hit up Unique Sublique and see if she's down. At UNIQUE SABLIQUE on Twitter. See if she's into that shit. I'm gonna have her kick me in the nuts. I'm gonna go home and jerk off about it.
You're not worried at all about hurting yourself?
All the shit I put my body through, like this, getting kicked in the nuts.
When was the last time that happened to you?
I don't remember. I don't know. I know the feeling. I just don't remember when the last time it happened to me.
Will you do that thing where you didn't know whether she was going to kick one or the other, like she did with Jay and John, where it was like she just sat there and she had her leg up and she kicked one or the other? That's what you guys should do. It'd be a surprise.
But once she kicks me once, I quit. That's the only difference.
Oh, I see.
Like, I'm not going to have her just kicking the shit out of me. Fucking free. Kidding me? No way. No fucking way. All right, today is an interesting day. I got Brian E. Krim, and he's going to talk about Project Paperclip. Now, Project Paperclip actually really happened. Like, this is fucking, it's like, it's in the history books and shit. And, after the Nazis took that L, which is pretty crazy. It was like, if you really think about it, like, the Germans tried to fight the whole world and damn near won. Like, that's the wild shit. That's like me fighting everybody in the whole office and almost winning. But they did not win. And the United States got a bunch of the Germans and brought them over here, and they were a big part of our space project. And he's going to tell us about that. Operation Mockingbird. Oh, wait, no. Operation Mockingbird is where the CIA takes over fucking where the CIA took over like entertainment and shit in the news. Yep. That shit happened. That's why I don't trust all y'all looking at the news, don't trust that shit. That literally fucking happened, John.
Oh, it's such a...
The CIA literally infiltrated news agencies.
And what did they do? Nothing. What did they do?
What did they do? They decided what was going to be reported on and what wasn't going to be reported on. What did they do?
Oh, it's just fantasy.
You're such a fucking corporate stooge. You're just a stooge. Well, if the news tells me, it must be true. And if it didn't, if the news didn't say it to me, then it's not true.
I look at things that are valid, not these insane conspiracy theories.
That's not even a conspiracy theory. That's the fucking truth. Like, that's fucking official.
Well, I'm not saying they didn't try, but their impact...
did. They didn't. It's not that they didn't try. They tried and succeeded and took that shit over, bro.
I have to look more. Took it over. You make it sound as though the White House is suddenly dictating what gets on the air. That's just on Fox News, I guess so. But when it comes
Fox News. Okay, only Fox. They were only able to infiltrate Fox, not MSNBC, which you fucking jerk off to every fucking morning. CNN. Oh, Rachel Maddow. Oh, I'm gonna fucking. Oh, yeah, tell me more truth, Rachel. Fuck. Oh, here, I'm coming on. Oh, Rachel. Oh. I'm telling you, bro, we need to get one of those motherfuckers, too, to talk about the Operation Mockingbird. That's just some real shit, bro. That's some real... Oh, don't fucking roll your eyes.
I know, I'll look at it, but you're saying as though the CIA was controlling what was on the air. That is just...
They were able to fucking push certain stories and pull other stories. And they even got on record, the dude from Washington Post was or one of the big Washington newspapers, homies with JFK. Yeah, I'm sure all of the reporting was fucking unbiased. They're taking fucking family trips together. I'm sure he gave him a real fair shake.
Well, I believe everything. I believe everything.
That's not the
Hey,
case.
Southern print. It's got to be real. FDA approved it. I believe in it.
I will look at this Mockingbird thing, but you're implying that it was more effective than I think is realistic. Did they have friends? Were favors called in? Did they have people? Sure.
Bro, all that shit. I don't understand y'all motherfuckers. Always trusting the government. I don't trust that shit. I trust me. That's who. Who do I trust? Me. That's who. Look at the pelican. Fly, pelican.
What? What the hell is that?
Fucking Scarface, man.
Oh, sorry.
That's why I don't trust you. You don't even know Scarface quotes, you fucking fag. All right. Play me a fucking song. I can't even talk to him no more.
You are checking out the All Out Show with Rude Jude on demand.
Security cameras caught a white orb wandering around the gym.
There was a 8 to 10 foot hairy man-looking person.
If you noticed strange lights in the sky over the weekend, you aren't alone.
It's time for news from the fringe on the All Out Show.
This one's like a real story. We got Brian Krim. He is a professor at University of Lynchburg and wrote a book called Our Germans about Project Paperclip. Welcome to the show, Brian.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
Or should I call you Professor?
Oh, please don't. My students barely do.
All right, Brian. All right, break down, if you can briefly explain to me what Project Paperclip is.
All right, so at the end of World War II, like the final months of the war, every Allied power was aware that the Germans had made all these major breakthroughs in submarines and jet technology and the ballistic missile. So every ally was, forming special teams. Like, we got to find these scientists. We got to bring what we can back to our own countries, and it was a race. So
let me jump in there.
Yeah.
Were the Germans that far ahead? Were they pretty far ahead as far as technology and stuff like that?
One of the things I found in my book is that it's kind of overstated how advanced they were. Like, we were able to catch up a few years' worth of ballistic missile research, for example, but it's really kind of overstated. We were not that far behind, but we saved time, and so did the Soviets, so we were still kind of coming out even.
Okay, but here's a bunch of Nazis, and these guys are Nazis, right?
Yeah, in order to get to that position they had, they were at least members of the party, if not, far more devoted than that.
Okay, and all right, so continue on.
Yeah, so Paperclip was a code name for this mostly Army intelligence operation to find the rocket team in particular. You probably heard of Wernher von Braun. He was the one who built the V-2 and then later came over and essentially organized, the beginnings of NASA.
What's the V-2? What's the V? I'm dumb.
No, you're not. The V-2 is a ballistic missile that they built to attack London and cities like in the Netherlands. It killed like 5,000 British civilians. It was the first missile that could like go over 1,000 kilometers.
What does ballistic mean? I'm like I said. You explain to me like I'm a retarded 4-year-old.
It's like a double stage rocket.
Okay.
That can travel like 1,000 kilometers and wipe out a target.
Is that the one where they strap it to like some shit that goes super far, and then like once it's going, then it like lets go and then drops the missile on the motherfucker?
That was the V1. The V2 was even worse. It was fearsome. It's basically like an early ICBM. Like think of war games. This is like the earliest stage of that. So they're really ahead of. They spent a lot of time building these things, but they didn't decide the war. It was just too late for them to make a difference.
Right.
But that knowledge is something we knew we needed. So the whole purpose of Paperclip: find those people, bring them to America before the Soviets do.
So U.S. was basically in a race with Russia, which was invading Berlin at the time, I imagine. And how was U.S. able to find these guys and extract them from Germany?
Yeah. Well, think about it. If you were a German scientist and you knew you had a choice of being caught by the Soviets or the Americans, who would you rather be caught by?
Well, the Germans or the Russians, they was on some real rapey shit. So I probably
they wanted vengeance. They're super pissed.
Yeah,
they needed. So Americans were like, hey, we'll pay you, we'll give you citizenship, we'll treat you like royalty. The Soviets, they put a gun to your head and said, you're coming with me. So the good news for America is that these scientists went as far west as possible, knowing that the American army was going to run into them first. And that's what happened.
Did any of these guys get down to like South America and shit like that as well, or did most of them?
Yeah, they absolutely did. And they did it with our help, even, with the U.S. help. The ones that were like really bad Nazis that were such problems that are like the media would find out and would just be too embarrassing, we helped them get to South America so that we could use their research from there and not have to worry about all the backlash.
How many American companies were actively playing both sides of the war? Did you get into that at all?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. They weren't so much playing both sides of the war as pushing the U.S. government to let the worst possible Nazis in as long as they could contribute to their bottom line. So you had like General Electric, you had Dow Chemical, you had what would become a lot of the major future aerospace companies working to get these Germans to America under any circumstances, no matter how bad of a past they had.
Was Dow selling any of their services to Germany during the war?
They weren't, but IBM certainly was.
Okay.
So IBM had a whole program to help the Holocaust. I mean, it helped organize data about how to track down Jews, and that's fairly well known. They were some pretty bad customers.
I heard that Ford. I heard Ford too was like they was putting engines in the tanks and shit like that. Was that accurate?
Well, I mean, for the Soviets we were because they were our allies.
Okay.
But they didn't, and the Germans didn't need our help when it comes to that stuff. They just didn't have the mass production that America did, and that was why they lost the war. They certainly had brilliant technology, but they did not have the industrial base like Detroit had. All
right, so they brought the Germans over to the United States, and then were they part of the space program? Is that how NASA got started, or how did that go?
Yeah, the key group was like the rocket team was like 120 out of the 1,500 we brought over. Like the 120 of them were top notch. They became the Army Ballistic Missile Research Agency. That's in Huntsville, Alabama. And then 1960, Eisenhower, right before he's about to leave office, basically, he's like, we need NASA to be civilian. But he had to rely on all these German scientists who had been there for almost 15 years to head up what would become like the Saturn rocket. And that's what took us to the moon. So there are, key German scientists all over. Their fingerprints are all over kind of our early successes in the space program. We can't deny that.
So,
but we did a good job of covering up their past because it was too embarrassing.
888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. How long was America able to kind of hide the fact that they were in bed with ex-Nazis?
Yeah, it's a good question. They couldn't hide that secret very long because you had like whole communities of Germans popping up at Wright Field, Ohio, Alabama, Virginia, Boston. So they had this bullshit press conference in 1946 that basically said we're only taking the very best Germans. They've been vetted. You know that term extreme vetting that we kind of laugh at now.
Yeah.
They're using that term back then. But in reality, they were covering up the scale of it and also covering up the worst people that there were. So it wasn't until like the early 1980s and later that the first stories started to come out that a lot of these guys were, members of the SS, committed war crimes, did experiments on concentration camp victims. That's only now coming out.
What is the percentage? How much? Like, look, because I try not to judge people too harshly. Like if you got some fucking tyrant like Hitler telling you to do some shit, you're probably not gonna say no. You know what I mean? You're probably gonna be like, all right, dude. Like when people shit on Hugo Boss, I don't for designing the fucking outfits. Like
they look good though.
I was like, yeah, you tell that fucking maniac no. See how far that gets you. How many of these people were fucking going along because they had to, and how many of these people were like full blown really buying into this shit?
Yeah, I mean, even Werner von Braun was, he was an opportunist. All of them were opportunists. That's why they were there. You had to be a member of the party. In order to get a college degree, you had to be kind of part of the Nazi student organization. So all of them did that. So I would say about 20% were extraordinarily devoted, hardcore Nazis. Maybe 60% were, I'm just doing this to punch my ticket and get, to the position I want. It's wartime. You got to work you could either fight in the front or you could work in a lab. Where would you want to be? And then the other 20% were actually resisting and did a good job of resisting even while they kind of had all the credentials.
How did they resist? How did they resist without fucking dying?
Well, I mean, you did it like there's a lot of guys who would slow progress on certain things or passive resistance, and some of them were punished. I mean, a lot of them escaped kind of death penalties, but there were quite a few that spent some time in concentration camps or had, their families threatened. I mean, it wasn't always kind of like a shot to the head. I mean, these were guys who played it safe, but they're the ones that also transitioned well working in the U.S. because they kind of like fit into our culture. And the others were like blatant opportunists, just did whatever the paycheck told them to do. And Americans had a lot of money.
Do we owe the moon landing to the ex-Nazis?
We do not. And there's the famous
Tell me
Nazi
why.
Because the Jet Propulsion Lab was an American creation. NASA used the Germans because they had already been experimenting with this technology for a while, but it's really overstated, and it's actually kind of an insult to American science to say that the Nazis, these ex-Nazis did this.
Did they work on it with them? Did they work
Absolutely.
hand in hand?
Yeah, they worked hand in hand. But these guys had become American citizens, but they're also working along with German Jews that escaped the Third Reich that also were working at NASA.
What was that like?
Kind of like that was uncomfortable. In fact, you have a lot of kind of FBI files that talk about fights between these guys. They're informing on each other. It was really
What do you mean?
touchy.
What do you mean they were informing on each other?
If you had a guy you knew, if you were a German who was a resistor and you knew that you had a boss at NASA who was an ex-Nazi, you'd go tell the FBI, you know what this guy was doing back in 1942, There's a lot of examples of that. And usually the FBI would say, I don't fucking care because they're now working for us. But this type of stuff went on a lot in the early years anyway.
888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. How? I imagine that they're all dead now.
I just saw one died maybe a few months ago, and he was 101. So most of them are, and a lot of their children though are now naturalized American citizens. I hear from them all the time. They're like, oh yeah, when the book came out, my dad did this, my dad did that. So I mean, they kind of integrated into.
What did you learn from the children? What did you learn from the children?
A lot, actually. One of them made a film, about her grandfather, and he buried a bunch of files in his backyard that he wanted to hide, and they went on a goose chase to find him. And it turns out they're covering up all of his war crimes that were pretty intense. So
like what? What was he doing?
He was one of the ones that helped use forced labor to build some of these weapons, which happened a lot. But one of the things he could always say is, scientists are supposed to be not political, right? They're supposed to do their job, These guys were not that way. They made decisions that like SS guys would make, and they did it because they had the authority to do it. So you kind of have to get rid of this idea that scientists and in politics don't go together. They've always gone together, and they can either be good or bad. In this case, then anywhere in the Third Reich, it was always bad.
Yeah, you're saying it right now, like with the gender and the global warming and shit like that. They're both sides are attached to certain political groups. Wherever you land, you can kind of see. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So you said forced labor. They were using the people in the concentration camps as slave labor to build stuff.
Right. Yeah. Here's the thing, the V2, that rocket I talked about.
Yeah.
More people died building that rocket than actually died from its being used. So 20,000, mostly Russian POWs and political prisoners in concentration camps, died from the horrible conditions, executions, starvation, building that rocket, and only about 5,000 British and Dutch citizens died from the use of that weapon. It's the first time in history that ever happened, and it's because of the use of forced labor and the horrible conditions.
It's slavery.
It's
a nice way. It's a nice way to put it. Yes.
Yeah. Well, no.
Forced labor.
Yeah.
Kind of pregnant.
Distinction. That only in the 20th century do people make, right?
All right. There's a Jarrell in D.C. disagrees with you. Go ahead, Jarrell.
I just want to say.
Wait, hold up.
Disagree with.
Go ahead. Say it again. You weren't on. Go ahead.
All right, yeah, I slightly disagree with you when you say the Germans weren't that far ahead of us. I mean, because if you think about with the nuclear bomb that we were trying to acquire, the reason we were trying to get a lot of those German scientists, they were pretty close to dropping the bomb before we were, and we realized that we had to start picking those guys up to get the technology, and and from there we also brought them over because we didn't want the Soviets to beat us in the arms race. So, I mean, I agree with most of what you're saying, but it's slightly disagree on that point.
No, I understand that, and I don't disagree with what you're saying there. They were very close. Werner Heisenberg is someone we desperately wanted to bring over here, but you know what? We had Einstein. And you could say that we did use Germans to build our bomb. They were just German Jews, a lot of them. So, yeah, it was foreign scientists that made us, actually the ones to build the bomb. And they were incredibly close, and they actually did get enough Germans in the Soviet Union to help them with their bomb.
Why was Europe?
Yeah, I don't disagree with what you're saying. I think it's a sort of, the U.S. always had this much better infrastructure to get things done quicker.
So between the German Jews and the fucking German Nazis, how was Germany so much further ahead of us in technology?
Well, when I did my research, I found that most of the Nobel scientists in the hard sciences in the early half of the 20th century came from German-speaking countries. They're German, they're Swiss, they're Austrian. It tended to be like just the university model that they developed was far ahead of anyone else. And so they had a lot of good students, and some of them would travel abroad, some of them would stay there. They just had they invested a lot more in education than the United States or the rest of the world did, and you can kind of see that's still happening today, right?
And shit, half of the iPhone is made in fucking Germany.
Yeah.
The MP3 was invented in Germany, as a matter of fact. A lot of cats don't know that. 888-742-3345. Mike in Providence.
Hey, how you doing?
Go ahead.
Hey, I actually had a grandfather who was in Operation Overcast. He was a French immigrant who spoke German, and he would make contact with the scientists over there. So it's lightning to hear. He didn't talk about much of his time over there, but it's cool to hear about what actually went on. He actually made contact with Magnus von Braun, one of the lesser-known scientists that got brought over.
That's Werner von Braun's brother.
Yeah, he actually has, I have in possession now because my grandfather passed away, some of the medals and medallions that the Nazi soldiers had from von Braun itself.
Wow, that's incredible. And Overcast was the name of Paperclip before that code name got released and people freaked out. So he was there at the very beginning. So that's fascinating.
Yeah, he was like, I think when he went over there, he was 19, and he was one of the very few American soldiers that spoke German. So he was kind of inducted into the program very early.
How many of these Nazis infiltrated the government, like outside of just science, like that actually we're dealing in, I don't know, like helping bills get passed and shit like that.
Well, I mean, even worse than that, most of the intelligence structure that the Nazis had joined us. I mean, because we needed them to fight the Soviets. So we basically gave a blank check to all these ex-Nazi intelligence guys because they knew a lot about the Soviet Union. And the West German Intelligence Agency, which is like their CIA, was entirely populated by ex-Nazis, and we made it so that it was because we could trust them, and we'd rather have them than any sort of communist backgrounds with these people. So we completely gave Nazis in the intelligence world carte blanche, and that is a much darker story than I think even Paperclip.
Really? What came of that?
Well, I mean, they were some of the worst criminals, and they had immunity from prosecution because they were working on the Soviet target. When we had to remember, they were our ally, the Soviet Union. We didn't have much on them. We were nothing before the war. We didn't have any. There was no such thing as the CIA until 1947. So where did we get all this information on the Soviets? The Germans. So they were dictating what information got to us. How good was it? I mean, for the first decade or so of the Cold War, we relied heavily on ex-Nazis and their historic information to know anything at all about the Soviets.
Let's go to Amal in the D. Amal, what up, though?
Hey, what's going on?
Chilling, man.
Just wondering if you could touch and elaborate on the German influence in the automotive industry here in Detroit.
You'd say German influence in the automotive industry?
Automotive,
yes.
Yeah, I can't say I know too much about it other than that all these scientists, once they came over and fulfilled their contract with the government, they joined private industry. So a lot of them would go to places like Bell Labs or like the Rand Corporation or Northrop Grumman and also major like like Boeing obviously, and the same would have to go for automotive industries as well, because whoever wants this knowledge and can pay for it once they fulfilled their contract to the government, they're golden, and they are going to stay in the country as citizens anyway, so they usually had the best jobs in any of those fields, technical fields.
That's crazy, man. Mark in South Texas. Mark,
Hello?
Go ahead, Mark.
Guys, I'm just wondering, what are you seeing from the past and what are you seeing today that, that gives you any warning signs from today's neo-Nazis, how they're using their form of technology to weaponize and group and gather? And do you see any resemblance from what you've seen in the past till today?
Yeah, I mean, it's a question a lot of us who study Nazi Germany think about a lot. And we've always been cautioned to not say, compare the present to any Nazi past. But it's hard to avoid doing that now, not only with this presidency, but also with the so-called alt-right, which I just like to call them neo-Nazis, because they do the same thing the Nazis did, which is perpetually lie and make it such an enormous lie and repeat it so much. And now with the technology available, they can repeat it endlessly on multiple media platforms, that becomes the truth in so many circles.
Let me ask you something, though.
Hitler never won more than a third of the vote. He never had to. So to say that only this many people in the country believe this sort of racist shit or whatever, it always was a minority. It doesn't need to be a majority to have
Brian,
it be really effective.
That seems like I don't want to fucking push back on you here, but like to compare the fucking doofuses that are like marching in Charlottesville to these fucking brainiacs that were designing weapons and shit. Like that seems like a kind of it seems like a stretch.
No, I would never do that. I would say that, but the Nazi movement, the backbone of it were these doofuses. Now the brains, I don't see a lot of brains out there in Charlottesville, which is close to where I am, and it was way too close to where I was. But the kind of there isn't an equivalent with these scientists and these guys today. But about Nazi ideology in general, it preys on, the ill-informed and also like the mass of people who are easily swayed. That's all I would ever say.
Okay.
I would never kind of compare the paperclippers to these guys.
I just don't want anybody to be like, we got a bunch of fucking brainiacs that are out here fucking doing it. And
well, thank God we don't. But
I think we're good with that. And the amount of people that showed up compared to the amount of people that are actually
always going to oppose it. Yeah.
Well, that are actually in the United States. We got 300 million people, and 1,000 people showed up. Like I don't. That's a false equivalency. Let's go to KJ in Detroit.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? So, I wanted to see if you could elaborate a little bit on if, how there's always these urban legends or myths that, the Nazis and Hitler was working, in terms of like with witchcraft and dark science and things like that. I don't know how much you have researched that, but is that more so a farce statement or urban legend, or is that more truth to that?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's not an urban legend that the Nazis and Hitler, and mostly Heinrich Himmler, who's head of the SS, they're really fascinating with the occult. But what they did was use the occult to kind of define their enemies. Like they would call Jews vampires and witches and paranormal. In order to like justify genocide, you have to turn your enemy into something almost superhuman, supernatural. So they would use kind of the pseudoscience of the occult and say that this race has this power, and that would kind of justify the worst, most extreme measures. But as far as truly believing in that sort of stuff and witchcraft, and they like to use it for their own ends, but the word out on Hitler is that he truly didn't believe it. In fact, he used to joke around with Himmler and the SS. Like he said, none of this is going to replace a Christmas tree, when they would have like their little, rituals and seances and stuff. So he was actually kind of, more grounded in the conservative Christianity, but they definitely like to use the rhetoric to attack their enemies.
In closing, what is Project Paperclip responsible for? What are a few of the things that they're responsible for in American technology today?
Well, I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that the scientists that came over, and there are 1,500 of them, and their family members, and are play a considerable role in building the military-industrial complex. This kind of unity between the government and corporations and often universities is a model that the Germans themselves started during the war that we copied because it worked so well. And that's because people like Werner von Braun proved that it could work, and we wanted to experiment with that model as well. So that's an incredible legacy they leave. Also, kind of the ethics of what a scientist is supposed to do when they're faced with horrific crimes in front of them. Do they participate? Do they resist? If it's coming from the state, how do you do that? These are questions that really Paperclip put at the forefront that we still haven't answered very well, I would argue. And it's a lesson about what a society can turn into if you allow it to become run by technocrats rather than people with an ethical foundation.
What's a technocrat?
Someone who just is out to do a job, and usually a technical job, without thinking about any political, ethical, moral dilemma. They just they have given a problem and they have to solve the problem. They don't care what they have to do in order to achieve an answer. That's what scientists are supposed to be, but we'll look at the results when you put it in a society like the Third Reich.
The book is Our Germans, Project Paperclip, and the National Security State, how the Nazis came over here and integrated into the America and helped propel our scientific advances. Brian E. Krim, appreciate you calling up and giving us some time, man. I appreciate that, man.
No, I thank you. It's been a great show. I love it.
All right, that's Brian E. Krim. Do you got a website or anything they can find you on? Or?
Yeah, you can find me on the University of Lynchburg. You can email me at krim@lynchburg.edu. I'd be happy to answer any questions.
There it is. Brian E. Krim. Thanks, man. It's good talking to a professor. All right, that was news from the fringe. Ooh. Fucking IBM. Who knew? Let's go.
You are checking out the All Out Show with Rude Jude on demand.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing out there? How you feeling? Feeling up to it? Having a bad day, having a bad week, having a bad month, having a bad year? Well, call me up. I'm here to help you. Pick up the phone, dial 888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. Talk to your boy Judy. Having girl problems? Feel bad for you, son. Got 99 problems. Bitch ain't one. But if a bitch is one of your problems, you can call me up. I'll help you. Ladies, you having man problems? I'm a man. I understand us. I get the way we think. I'll tell you, if he really likes you or if he's jerking you around. Problems with your parents? I have parents and I am a parent. Call up 888-742-3345. Work problems, I got you. Just don't call me with no law shit. I'm not a lawyer. It's What Would You Do? And it's coming up next.
Ashes blowing in the air, I'm going nowhere fast.
It's like a ray of light, beaming down knowledge from the heavens above.
What would you do? Need advice?
Call us up right now.
888-SHADE-45. What would you do?
On Shade 45.
888-742-3345. Let's go. Let's go to Lewis in Wisconsin. Lewis.
Hey, Jude. Thanks for taking my call.
Yo, what up, man?
Hey, and shout out to John's Big Chin on Instagram.
Yep, it's a goddamn good one.
I'll make it quick for you, man. I got issue. My girl gave me the green light on a threesome, and I've been probing some girls that maybe would be down, and we're trying to figure out if we can get our neighbor down. And I don't know how to approach it. The gal's got to be in her, I want to say, middle 30s, and we're both in our I guess, middle 20s. So trying to figure out how to approach this broad and see if that's something she'd be down for.
Well, one, do you want to fuck that close to home?
Say what?
I thought, do you want to fuck somebody that close to home?
I mean, we only got a couple more months in our apartment.
Okay.
Shit went weird.
All right,
It's whatever.
So invite her over for a drink.
Okay.
So you start with that. And then just kind of feel it out. Probably have your girl might want your girl to cozy up to her, see if she's into that type of shit. And then
that might be a good bet.
And then invite her over again. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's all going to happen the same night.
No, I hear you.
And then, yeah. So there you go. Baby step it. Baby step. Baby step. Hey, do you even, like, if she's never even been to the house, what do you do? Just run up on her and be like, me and my girl want to fuck you? You know what I mean? Like,
I hear you.
You got to take your time with it.
Exactly. And she would say she wants to get some drinks with it, so obviously that's the
well, there you go. That's the end. That's the intro. And also the other thing, there's tons of websites and apps for like swinging ass people.
Yeah, but I got this weird thing for my neighbor. I don't know what it is. If she's got.
I don't know, man. I just lost a fucking good call because your ass was taking too fucking long. Hey, whoever just hung up, call back. I want to talk to you. 888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. John in D.C.
What up, man? I had a question picking between my girl and my baby mother. I was dating my baby mother for about 4 or 5 years, man. Like, we had a kid. And my kid is like 4 now, and like I don't know whether to go back or if I should stay in the lane I'm in.
Why did you and your ex break up?
All right, so we was dating. We was going through a mad drama and shit. Like, she couldn't handle her money. She couldn't handle her situation. And, like, I was telling her, you know, we need to chill out for a while and, you know, and figure out our thing. We had a big argument. I was like, you know, I don't want to leave you. And, you know, just straighten out your shit. We stayed together. Like, a month later, she hit me back and was like, yeah, let's go ahead and take that break. And she broke it off.
Oh.
You know what I mean? So, like, now she's coming back around. Now I'm with, you know, another girl. You know what I mean? She's trying to get back in that lane. I'm like, you know what I mean? I still got feelings for her, but it's like the shit that I got now going on is good. So, like,
How volatile is your baby mama?
You said what?
How volatile is she?
I mean, she's cool, but she does slap the handle every once in a while. You know what I mean? She doesn't, like I said, she doesn't handle her money right. And that's, you know, I'm like younger than her. I'm like 4 years younger than her, and I handle my shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good with mine.
Well, talk to her and tell her that you're gonna have to have a be in charge of her money.
And it's not only that, like, she put me on dry spells and shit like that. It'd be like months.
She put you on what?
Dry spells. Like, we wouldn't have sex. You wasn't sucking dick. She wasn't doing shit. Like, and like this new chick I'm going with now. You know, she's cool. She wrote my J's for me and everything. It's like,
well, she's bad at money and she won't fuck you.
Exactly.
So I don't know, man.
I don't know, but, like, I grew up in a house, you know, with both of my parents. So, I mean, like, I want to get that to my daughter at the same time. But, look, I don't want to be unhappy there either, though, you know?
There's a lot to be said for that. I don't know. I think this deserves to have a conversation. You need to be like, look, man, you ain't fucking. But be aware that she might tell you what you want to hear and then get you to commit and then start fucking rationing that pussy. Why was she not fucking you? Was she mad?
Man, she's mad all the time. It seemed like I never did shit right.
Man, you picked the worst person to come in.
It's kind of like she picked me, you know what I mean? Like, she a little heavier than I am. She got on top, and that's all she wrote.
She was fat, and she fucking pinned you down and made you come in her?
Kind of, sort of, yeah.
Damn, dog, you sound like a real beta. You sound like a beta male, dog. Maybe this is what you need, man. Maybe it's just in your nature. It sounds like everything in you wants somebody to run you.
Nah, definitely not.
Okay, all right. You just want to be with some chick that holds out on the pussy, fucks up the money, and punked a nut out of you.
I guess you're telling me what I need to hear, huh?
Well, make your decision based on that. You're right. There is something to be said about both parents being in the house, but fuck, man. At what cost? Or you can always just cheat on her. If she starts fucking, she starts rationing the pussy. Rob in North Carolina.
Hey, I'm on?
Yeah, you on.
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I got a problem, man. Hey, I've been with my wife for like 10 years now, and I can't come inside her mouth, bro. Like she wants to swallow my shit, and I just can't. I can't do it, man. Like, I done did the countless bras before her. Hell, I done even told her that the only reason I did it with them because they were them little slut buckets. I mean, I married you, but she wants me to do it, and
you got like a mental block because you can only come in slut's mouths.
I mean, if you want to call it that, yeah. And I just can't get past it.
But she's your slut bucket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
that
okay.
Does make a lot of sense.
It's okay to have a slut bucket. She's your slut bucket. You know what I mean?
Okay. Right. And I mean, nobody else is slut bucket. Right?
Yeah.
So I can treat her like the slut. Like
yeah.
The slut bucket.
Yeah. Chicks like that shit. They just look. It's not the getting treated like a slut bucket shit that they don't like. It's the fucking, being alone on Thanksgiving and not having their phone calls called back. You know what I mean? Like, you dodging their... That's what really bums out a chick, but, like, you fucking dog them in the sack. They're kind of into that shit.
That's true. I agree with you.
Fuck them like a slut. Treat them like a lady.
But, I mean, this is my wife I'm talking about here, man.
I know. Fuck her like a goddamn slut, man. Dog her. Mush her fucking face all in, just grab the back of her head, mush her face all in the pillow, and fucking yank her weave and shit, and then fucking fuck her mouth. Have her ride your face, get real disgusting with it.
Okay. I think I'm getting past the mental block now.
I know.
No therapist ain't gonna tell me no shit like this.
You just need to fucking just do that, but just know that you love her, and it's not a sign of disrespect. If anything, it's respect. You love her, man. But it's okay to fucking do fucking disgusting things to someone you love.
I feel you, Jude. I feel you.
Like,
I'm glad I called in.
All the chicks I deal with, I respect them to the utmost. But, like, if they wanted me to piss on them, I'd totally piss on them. You know what I mean? Out of respect.
All right.
So you, man, let me know. Let me know if you are able to come in your girl's mouth. I think you're going to be able to. Yeah, just talk that shit the way you used to. You know what I mean? You're going to have fun with it.
Yeah, like take this shit. You
yeah.
Drink this shit tonight.
Yes.
Like that.
Yeah, all that shit. Yeah,
okay.
Eat this nut.
All right.
Suck that dick,
hey,
you dick sucker. Shit like that, yeah.
All right, I read half your first book. I'm going to go ahead and get that second one.
All right, well, I appreciate it. 888-742-3345, 888-742-3345. Justin in Toronto, what's your problem?
Hey, what's up? Just my fucking boss asked for a raise and then threatened to get fired. And just fucking went off on me and going on about company policy about asking for raises, but it wasn't company policy. He just made it up right then.
It's not company policy to ask for a raise?
Yeah, apparently.
What do you do?
Like, conveyor technician.
So you got a skilled position?
Yeah, somewhat, yeah.
All right, start looking around for another job.
Well, I'm wondering how bad I should get back at this fuck because I get paid $23.50 an hour.
Okay.
I went and did a job by myself, a 3-person job. They post my job for $30 to $35 fucking dollars.
Go work where you're getting paid $10 an hour or more. What are you doing?
I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna probably have to get back at him. I
don't even know what that means. Get back at him.
Well, just for being a fucking twat. Like, he's got a big job coming up for 2 weeks, and he's got to send me there on flight and hotel and everything. I think I might just not get on that plane and find a new job.
There you go. Get you a new job. Look, I don't know about... Here's the deal, though, Justin. And if it's going to make you feel better to burn a bridge, that's cool. But as a grown-up, I try not to burn bridges, man, because you never know if you're going to have if you're going to need that person to co-sign for you down the line. If they know someone that is going to want to do business with you. So keep that in mind while you're fucking him over.
Yeah, true. All right, Jude. Thanks a lot, bud.
He's going to fuck him over. Naj.
Hey, Jude. This is Najee. So my problem is I've been dating the same guy for 11 years. We were high school sweethearts. So graduation time, I was ready to go move to Orlando, have my own stuff started, and he begged me not to go. So, of course, me being an 18-year-old in love, I stayed. We're still together, but we're living with his mom, and, like, I'm ready to just kind of get over that. But I feel like he has mommy issues.
So, like, so it sounds like he's a giant, sounds like, you know what it sounds like?
What does it sound like, Jude?
Sounds like you're sucking a giant toddler's penis.
Well, I mean, that's kind of how I feel. I mean, like I said, this is the only guy I've ever been with sexually, and I mean, I feel like I got a lot of regret You know, he's just now this year wanting to start saving to get us a place together.
Man, break up with his ass.
You think so, Jude?
He's 28 and y'all living with his mom?
Yeah. He's trying to help her pay the bills or whatnot.
Yeah, okay. That's what he says.
And I just kind of feel like I've been jerked around because I showed my loyalty when I stayed here. I'm showing my loyalty by still being with him, but I just feel like we're on two different levels.
Yeah. He's on the living with his mom still level. And
I'm on the ready to take the world level.
Yeah,
like grow together level.
Yeah, you trying to grow, you trying to build, you trying to go somewhere. She's probably helping his ass out on the low while you bullshitting.
He is a moneymaker, dude. So
Is he?
He's the breadwinner, so I don't know.
So he's making some money. He can't pay his mom's rent, and you guys go somewhere else.
And see, that's the thing. I don't think, like, even when we do get her place, he's still planning on paying her bills, which I have no problem with that. But when is it just always going to be about us?
I mean, like, I don't want to. That's cool that he's looking out for his mom, but like, what is she, retarded or something? She got a broke leg or?
No, she's not, dude. She works and everything.
Well, nah. It's just they got a weird relationship. That's cool to look out for your mom. Like, shit, I look out for my mom, but like,
right?
Not to where it gets in the way of fucking me being my own person. He's got some weird.
We can't even have sex because his mom's in the damn house, and I mean, it's just all that.
What?
Yeah, how can I get turned on when I hear somebody's voice and her voice in the living room?
So he be trying to have sex, and you're like, "Nah, I'm not in the mood because I can hear your mom."
I just can't get it, Jude. I mean, I just can't turn myself on. Not when I know his mother's in the living room.
Look, that's cool. He's looking out for his mom. Let him stay looking out for his mom. You look out for yourself.
I appreciate it, Jude.
Yeah.
You're fucking amazing.
Yeah, you're 28. You got the world. The world is your oyster. Go out there. You've proven that you're able to stay in a relationship for a long time, which a lot of people aren't able to do.
Right.
Sounds to me, go see the world. It's bigger than Florida.
I know. You're amazing, Jude. And I think I'm going to really take that. And you're a man, so it sounds extra better coming from you.
Yeah, man. Fuck that motherfucker.
But I appreciate it, and this is the first-time caller, but I love your show.
Well, I appreciate you. All right, you too.
All right, Jude.
All right, now. Let's play a song. We'll come back with more What Would You Do? Shade 45, it is What Would You Do? I'm here to help you out with your problems. Let's go to Anna in New Mexico.
Hey, Jude. Hoping you can help me here. I got married about a year ago, and everything's been going fine. The only problem that I've had recently is he's been telling me a lot about his sexual fantasies. Like, one of them that he talks about a lot is, like, going to adult theaters and having, like, a bunch of guys fuck me and coming me, and, like, after that's done, like, he wants to fuck me, but, like, I don't know how to, like, deal with that. I've never done that before, and I don't even know how to, like, go about it. Like, the whole time I think about it, I just think, like, what would my dad say about it? You know what I mean? Like,
what would you?
Well, is that normal? Like,
thinking
do
about
people,
your
like,
dad?
really do that?
Well,
no, I'm not.
I guess
I'm not thinking about my dad, but I'm just saying, like, what would my dad think of this?
Your husband.
I want to please my husband.
Well, first off, do you want to please? Let's think about yourself first. All right. Do you want to fuck other guys?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, so you want to fuck other guys. Your husband.
Yeah, but then I'll feel bad afterwards, you know?
No.
I thought we were married.
No, yeah, he's a cuck.
Yeah.
Do you know what that word is? Your husband's a cuck. He likes to be cuckolded.
Yeah.
So you're doing him a favor. You're lacing him. You're fucking hooking him up.
Yeah, but then I also think, like, what if he, like, wants more after that? 'Cause to me, that's extreme.
Well, I don't know. Have you talked to him about? Is there any, like, I don't know how much more extreme you're gonna get, like having another dude's kid or some shit like that,
Well, I just know, like, once you are, like, done with one urge, like, you kind of get another urge, you know what I mean? Like, you got one fantasy, you check that off the list. But I'm just kind of scared of what's next, you know?
It's probably going to be like the group sex with a bunch of dudes fucking the shit out of you. If, like, that sounds like that's his pinnacle. Like,
the thing is, like,
he might want to get fucked by a dude. He might want to watch out if he wants to start, like, licking the fucking nut off of you or some shit like that. That's gonna, your husband might be half a fag.
Well, see, like, I don't mind, like, the whole, like, other guys, but I kind of want to choose my guys, you know? He talks about going to the theater, and we've gone to the theater before, but there's, like...
Ugly guys.
They're not ugly. They're not even... They have small tits.
Yeah, but you can...
They come right away.
You could... Yeah, but you can... You can... It's pretty... You can put a little Craigslist ad... Have people send in their pictures, dick pics, the whole fucking nine. You can choose.
Well, we done the Craigslist thing, but they removed Craigslist. The whole.
I don't know what they got now. I don't know. Well, you're gonna have to use Google and figure out what the fuck they got now for fucking swingers.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would type in you're in New Mexico. I'd type in New Mexico swingers and see what comes up, and then find somebody. Look, what you're. Here's the good thing. Your problem is a easy problem to fix. There's always the guy that wants to fuck somebody's wife.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know. I kind of want to also be pleased myself too. Like when there's some ugly ass guy like on me, it's kind of weird.
I feel like you're not listening to me. I feel like I feel like I'm just talking to the fucking wall. You vet them. You go to a site, a swinging site, you find men that you're interested in, then you go talk to them, and then you have them fuck you.
The whole point is kind of doing it, like, out of the blue, you know?
I feel like you're
like,
retarded.
I just want to get to business. I don't want to talk to nobody. I just want to get going.
Well, then you run the risk of having bad sex.
Yeah, that's my dilemma.
Well, sorry.
What about you? Would you be interested?
What do you look like?
I'm small, like short, 5 foot, tan.
What's your Instagram?
I don't have one.
Send me a picture on the All Out show. But I'm not going out to New Mexico to fuck you. You're gonna have to come here.
Oh no, I'll come to you.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
And I'm not giving you any cum for your fucking husband to lick off. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, no, I want that all to myself.
I'm not coming in you either. Fucking.
Okay.
It's my cum. All right. Send a picture at alloutshow at gmail. All of that was just for me to fuck her. I wish she would have been more direct. Is this what it's coming to? I'm just like some 40-year-old guy that just fucks people's wives. Ashley in Alabama. What's up, Ashley?
Hey, Jude, congratulations.
On what?
That girl that you just hooked up with.
Pussy's like sandwiches. It's everywhere. I can get it whatever. It's not even that big of a deal. But thanks. I appreciate it.
No problem. So, my problem is I've always been unfaithful, even to people that I love, that I really care about, that I'm with. So even like, you know, the people that I cheated with, they'll be texting me, and then here I am texting them back. So I don't know. I just want to know what you had to say from, you know, I went to counseling, try to talk to all my people, and I always fall for it. I'm always doing it.
Do you like cheating, or do you like more dick? What are you more into? Do you like the idea of cheating and being unfaithful, or do you just like multiple penises? Because you could just get into an open relationship.
I've thought about that too, and that doesn't sound good. Because also I'm the jealous type.
What about a guy that likes to get cuckolded like the last one's fucking man?
Oh, like my guy watch me get it from somebody else?
He doesn't even need to watch you, per se. You can just go fuck and then come back and tell him about it.
Yeah, I don't know. Those dudes kind of sound like pansies.
All right, so all right. Did you grow up in a home where like there was cheating?
Yes.
Who cheated?
Dad.
All right, so your dad cheated, and now it's like you got fucking now you're a cheater.
Mhm.
When was the last time you cheated?
2 years ago.
Oh.
So I've been doing pretty good, but I have been texting, so I kind of feel like it's the same thing.
No, it's cheating. You got to chill that shit out. Look, I think you got to, first off, you got to look at yourself and be like, do I want to cheat? Yes or no? And like, really, do you want to? If you do, go fucking cheat. If you don't, then you have to make the steps to not cheat. And texting is stepping towards new dick inside of you.
Mhm.
So do you want to cheat on your man?
Nope.
Then quit texting that guy.
Yeah.
And quit putting yourself in situations. I would get off of Instagram. I would get off of Twitter. I would get off of Facebook. I would.
Really?
Yeah, because you're a whore. You can't help yourself.
Okay.
Facebook's bad for whores. So's Instagram. Tell me your IG. I'll slide in there and fuck you. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's like everybody's listening. All of the fucking wolf dudes are listening. They're like, oh, what's their IG? I'm gonna fucking try to fuck this one right here. I'm telling you, it's no good. So if you don't want to cheat on your man, don't cheat on him. And do take the necessary steps that's gonna lead you away from cheating. Okay? And don't be getting all buddy with no work dudes either, okay?
Yeah, that happened too.
Yeah, of course it did. Yeah. All right. I can smell it on you. Fucking working at Kinko's, sucking dick in the closet.
It wasn't that raunchy, but okay.
Where'd he fuck you? At a hotel? You went to his house?
He went to my house.
He came to he fucked you at your crib where your man sleeps?
Low. No, we didn't live together.
All right, that's cool. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how was the dick? Was
right.
it fun?
No, see?
Wasn't even that good. It's never even that good, is it? It's never worth it, is it? It's never worth it. You just like the fucking thrill.
Exactly.
You got damaged as a child.
Yeah.
And look, and here's the other thing. It's not natural to be fucking monogamous. It goes.
But I want to.
I know.
Want to be, though.
Shut up.
Okay, sorry.
It goes against our nature to be monogamous. Now, as soon as you fucking acknowledge that and own it, then you can fight it. You have to know that you have to know the darkness within you. If you deny the darkness, it will take over you. If you look at what you are, cheating ass whore. If you look at the cheating ass whore that you are, and be like, "Hey, I'm a cheating ass whore," and the shit comes up in you, you can fucking call it. Be like, "I'm a cheating ass whore." It's just I don't, and then you don't have to follow through. You just see it, you own it, and then you make the choice to not cheat on your man.
Okay.
But if do you see where I'm coming from? And there's no judgment here, man. There's no judgment here.
Look ahead.
Yeah. You have some issues, so you got to make the proper. You can't operate like a normal person. You have to protect yourself from strangers' dicks coming inside of you.
Yeah, the counselor didn't put it like that, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, these counselors, I talked to them before. I'm like, I'm smarter than you. What the fuck am I paying you for? I got you. You're fucking golden. What are we gonna do today? What are we gonna do today?
Not cheat.
Keep dicks out of you that aren't your man. And don't be texting either, because it's cheating.
Nope. Getting off the gram.
Get off the gram. But DM me your picture. I want to see what you look like.
I'll do that.
All right. Bye.
Okay, bye.
All these women. 888-742-3345. 888-742-3345. Damn. Oh, look. Ellen in Atlanta.
Hi, Jude. I have been having an affair with my college professor for 3 years.
Damn. What's he teach?
Yeah.
English or some shit?
No. I'm not going to say.
Come on,
but
tell me.
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
Because.
No.
And I want
make-
I want to be anonymous.
All right.
So
okay. Yeah. All right. Go ahead.
We're both in love with one another. I'm married. I've been married since I was 17.
Oh.
I'm 42.
Hey.
The relationship has not been very well for a very long time. And he is married but separated from his wife, and they don't have a relationship. But he is not speaking to me now because I have not made it a point to see him in the last couple of months because I'm in the process of filing for divorce, and I want to keep it safe. I don't want there to be any ammunition on my husband's side that
So you're getting all right. So you're out of love with your husband. You met this professor. You're into him.
Yes.
Which is like, it's kind of the biggest cliche ever. Fucking your
Isn't it though?
Yeah, fucking your professor. But
he's pretty amazing though.
whatever, dude. Like, hey, if it clicks, it clicks. I know a couple people that fuck their professor and end up settling down with them. Sounds to me like you're going through the right steps. Get your fucking divorce. Does he understand what you're doing, or is he mad?
Well, I've tried to explain it to him, but like he's not speaking to me. He's not speaking to me.
Really?
Right now. Yes. It's been a couple of days.
He sounds like a bitch.
He's been asking me. He's been asking me for weeks to take time off to see him because I have kids too. To take time off to see him. But
look.
I won't because I don't have a lot of time at work right now.
Look.
And okay.
He sounds like a needy fucking bitch.
He's really not, but I
Like,
can see how you might view him in that manner.
Well, yeah, look, he's supposed to be the G. He's supposed to be like a G here, right? He's the one that he's the professor seducing the student. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
And now look at him all fucking, oh, you're not calling me enough. Like, hey, I'm going through a fucking divorce here. Let me handle that, and I'll get right back to you.
Try to explain that. I just don't know. I don't know what to say to him.
Tell him this. Be like, give me a fake name so I can say it.
Bernard.
Bernard? All right. Look, Bernard, I love you very much. I'm leaving my husband for you. But I need you to understand that in the divorce process, I can't see you. I'm tied up. If you be patient, it's going to be just the two of us together. But I need you to chill the fuck out because you're stressing me out and trying to see me all the damn time. I can't see you. It's gonna put my whole divorce. It's gonna fuck up things.
Right? It's going to put things in jeopardy.
Yeah.
He's a really intense.
If he was, I thought he was a professor. Aren't they supposed to be smart?
He is
Not
highly
here.
intelligent.
No, not here. He's a
Yes,
fucking
PhD.
moron. Doesn't understand how fucking divorces work. What is he, a fucking dumbass?
I don't think so. I mean,
Tell him to get divorced.
Always...
Tell him to get divorced.
I know.
Tell him to focus on his fucking divorce.
I used to take off probably once every 2 weeks, and we would spend time together.
You know what I fear for you? I fear that you're going to go through all of this shit to get a divorce, and he's going to stay with his fucking wife. And there you're going to be.
And I thought of that as well.
And you're going to be fucking side chick.
But no.
Single mom side chick.
That's where I know, I have lines that I draw to, even though I am cheating on my husband.
So you're not going to put up with that side chick shit?
No,
Good on you.
I would not give someone an ultimatum because that's really unfair to the other person, but I would give myself a personal ultimatum that I wouldn't put up with that because I've already put up with so much.
Yeah. All right, okay.
24 years.
Yeah, you're talking real slow. Okay, I get it. All right, there you go.
Sorry.
As long as you got some boundaries for yourself, that's fine. But just know that this isn't guaranteed that he's going to get with you. Like that's what it sounds like. It just sounds like there's no guarantee that he's going to get with you. But it also sounds like you're tired of your current relationship and you really want it to end. So
yeah, I've had it.
If that's what you want to do, go be single at 42.
That sounds
You're
horrible.
a real fucking catch. I would love to meet a nice 42-year-old woman with 3 kids.
No, you wouldn't. You don't want a woman with kids.
I know. I don't even want him to have a dog. I was being a smartass. Just being a fucking smartass.
That's okay. This is fine. I mean, I think I'm attractive.
I'm sure you are. I'm sure you are. I bet your pussy gets wet as hell. You know what I mean? Like, so that's good.
It can get that way, yes.
Yeah, there you go. Good luck to you, Ellen. I think you got this. Karina in Illinois.
Hi.
How you doing, dude?
My problem is that I've been with the same guy for about a year now. And the very first time that we ever did anything, he ate me out. And every other time since then, he has never ate me out once.
Really?
It's been one time.
Where are you at right now?
I am sitting in my car. I just got home.
Okay, I want you to do me a favor. I know this is going to sound crazy, but just put your hand in your pants by your vagina. Just do that for me.
Why?
It doesn't even need to be sexual. Just put your hand in your pants by your vagina. By the little slit, the opening.
Okay.
The labia. Right.
Where are you going with this?
Did you do it yet? Is it done?
No.
Just do it. Karina, I'm trying to help you.
Put my hand in my pants, like in my pants? Why?
Just Karina.
Are you telling me I should be pleasuring myself?
No, just fucking, I'm not even telling you to play with the clit. Just fucking take your hand, put it, look, I'm doing it too. I'm doing it with you. I'm putting my hand in my pants and I'm touching my genitals.
Okay,
We're doing it together. Are you doing it? Did you do it?
Yes.
Did you put it in the little crack?
Sure.
Put it in the crack.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'm doing this with you. Now take your hand out.
Okay.
Put it next to your nose.
Yeah, I don't
smell it. You know what
I don't fucking smell.
You know what my shit smells like? Dial soap. Okay, what is yours?
I don't fucking smell.
What does it smell like?
Daily.
What does it smell like?
No.
What does it smell like?
It smells like a fucking vagina.
Like,
it smells clean though.
I know, but like, what kind of vagina? Describe it. Is it like a papaya? Is it like a mango? Is it like fucking wood chips? What is it like?
What? I mean, I don't know. It smells better than his fucking ball sack when I suck his dick when he gets home from damn work.
Okay, all right.
I'll tell you that.
So we don't even know if your pussy stinks or not, because
it don't stink. My pussy don't stink. I've dated many other guys, and I've never had this problem with not one other single guy.
Okay, so you're all right. So okay, so we'll move past that and assume that you don't have a stinky pussy. Me. Sure. Okay. You can't even tell me what it smells like.
I mean,
does it smell like fried whiting?
A lot of fucking pineapple juice.
All right, so you drink pineapple.
Don't stink.
All right. Have you talked to him about why he hasn't eaten you out?
Oh yeah.
What does he
I've talked to
say?
him many times.
Is
And he tells me it's just something he doesn't do. Says he's never done it for any girl.
is he uncomfortable doing it?
I mean, I'm guessing so. I really can't think of any other reason.
Is this a cultural thing? Is he like fucking Arab or black or some
Oh
shit?
no, we're both fucking.
White?
We're both Caucasian. We're both white.
All right. Even that, like, that was like in the 90s, brothers didn't eat pussy. Now they eat the booty like groceries, I've heard. All right, so you're going to have to hold out on the dick sucking.
That's what I said too. I told him. I said, so how would you feel if I told you for the rest of our whole relationship that you are never getting head again? And he said, well, I've never asked for it.
Well, then don't. All right, there you go. Don't give him head. And then if he tries.
Yeah, I'm honestly about to not. But
This is-
men,
this-
like,
this
I
is-
enjoy
I-
sucking dick.
I know,
Honestly,
I
like,
know.
I
Look.
don't think it's a big thing. Like, who gives a fuck?
What
Get
girl?
up in there.
What girl
Get
doesn't
yours, like-
enjoy sucking dick? I don't trust a girl that doesn't like to suck dick. To be all the way real.
Yeah,
with you.
and then he says to me also, oh well, there's some girls that won't suck dick, just like there's some guys that won't eat you out. And I said, and if you did a girl that said she don't suck dick, how long would you stay with her? Probably not long.
So quit sucking his dick, and if that doesn't work, move up to quit giving him pussy.
So you're saying I should just like withhold from him and see if he starts doing it?
That's your only leverage that you got.
Like, it's just stupid. Like, I don't even know.
He sounds
Like,
very
I've tried
selfish.
everything. I've even tried like literally putting it in his face.
Was he any good
And
at
he
it?
literally pushes me away.
Was he good at it when he did it?
I honestly don't remember because we were drunk. Because me and him have been friends for a long time, and it just happened one night when we were drinking, and here we are a year later.
Is this something you want? Like fucking a guy that's not going to go down on you? Is that your future?
It's not something I want, and I'm very vocal. Like, I express it to him all the time, and it actually causes fights between us.
But it doesn't end with him eating your pussy. He might just be like nervous about the shit. He did it when he was drunk. He's probably afraid that he's bad at it.
Yeah,
And then
that's what I'm thinking.
What if you play it like a game? Like, come on down here. I'm going to show you what I like. All right, lick it. Or is he like?
I mean, I try, and he literally will just like not. He'll either just like push me away, or he'll just sit there and like not do anything. Like, he's not about it.
All right, then stop sucking his dick.
I'm about to.
And then if that doesn't work, stop giving him pussy.
I can try. I mean,
Go get some dick on the
it's
side.
kind of hard when you sleep
have
in
to.
the same bed with someone.
Just get off me, not until you eat my pussy.
Hard, especially like early in the morning when he's trying. He'll just fucking stick that shit in. Like how am I supposed to just jump up and be like, nope, you gotta eat me out?
Yeah, that's it. You jump up and be like, nah, man, you won't eat pussy. Nope, we good.
Well, I'll try.
Get you a
But
vibrator.
what if it don't work?
What's that? Then
I said I'll try, but what if it doesn't work?
it sounds. Then you've got yourself a very selfish. Then you're fucking a selfish guy. Do you?
And I literally
Do you want to be in a?
before I called
Do you want to
you,
be in a long-term relationship with someone that's that selfish that they won't even fucking put their mouth on
and
that clit?
I've told him this. I've literally said this to his face.
You
And
talk,
I
but
literally,
look,
right before I called
but all-
you, right before I called you,
is
I
he
just
here?
Told him
Is he here?
he's inside.
Oh, go. How far inside?
I mean,
Go walk in there.
he knows that I called, and he's already pissed off.
All right.
I literally told him, like, I was going to call. Like, I told him, I was like, I'm about to call and tell these fucking people because you don't listen to me.
You talk all that shit, but then you give them the pussy. So like, all your talking doesn't matter.
Okay.
Words
All right,
don't.
well,
Words.
I see
Words
what
don't
you're
matter.
saying. I see what I
Actions
need to
do.
do then.
Words don't matter. Actions do. So do what you got to do.
Okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you loud, but at the end of the day, you give up the pussy and you suck his dick.
That's
so.
true. That's true. But it's like, damn, like I want the dick too, but I need more.
Yeah, I know,
Like,
but it's gonna.
Just the D,
Oh.
just the D can't make me come. Like it can't. I need more.
Does he know that you're not even coming with him?
Yes.
And he doesn't. What kind of man are you with?
That's what I literally just said to him before I called. I said,
Why are you with
like
him?
A little boy. I said, you are literally like a little boy. I said, you are not a man because you won't try and please me. And then he goes, oh, well, I try with my fingers. Like, okay, that's not the same.
You know what? You know who I blame? You.
Me?
Yeah, Karina,
Damn.
you're fucking a lame.
Damn.
You're fucking a lame. You know what you do? You suck lame
Yeah, 'cause
dick.
I'm not fucking lame.
No,
I'm not.
you are who you fuck, and you're sucking a lame's dick. This guy has no fucking self-respect to even want to please a woman. You lame fucking woman, you. Go suck your lame boyfriend's dick.
Man.
Go suck his lame dick, you lame broad.
It's not me.
It is you. You're a fucking lame because you're putting up with this shit. You're not even coming with this guy, and he keeps fucking you and doesn't even care.
Yeah, as long as he gets what he wants. Lame. Well, when you put it that way, yeah.
It's like he's going to a job he's bad at every day and he doesn't care.
Yeah.
Lame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. See yourself in the car mirror?
That's the
Fucking,
problem.
you are lame and you're in denial. Quit being a lame. Go get you a real fucking man that puts dick to you and eats you up.
For sure.
Bye. Disgusting. How you call yourself a boyfriend don't make your girl nut? How do you look at yourself in the eyes every fucking day? How do you comb your hair in the mirror, brush your teeth, knowing that you're some fucking half a man? Can't even get a fucking girl off. What a fucking lame. That was What Would You Do?
You are checking out the All Out Show with Rude Jude on demand.
Yo, Shay 45. Coming up next, we got John with the news. If you miss anything, go to Sirius.com/on demand. I tell you every day, but do you do it? No. Go to on demand. Listen on demand. You'll love it. Fucking a la carte. Fucking with any time of day. I said something wacky. You want to play it for your girl? You can go replay the shit. Awesome. On demand. Sirius.com/on demand or get the app. All right, John in the news is coming up next.
You are checking out the All Out Show with Rude Jude on demand.
And now, it's time for News from the Chin with John Z. Matthews.
Looks like teenagers increasingly prefer family time to sex.
Fucking lames.
That's good. They like their families.
Teenagers, you're supposed to be rebellious. Like, you're supposed to be out there trying to find yourself, see what you're made of, test your limits. I'd just rather hang out with my dad.
Just so you know, this is over in the UK, but I'm sure it applies over here. The survey found that 16 to 18-year-olds are also drinking less and focusing more on education. But I've seen similar things like that here in the U.S.
I don't know. Yeah, look, man, parents don't let their kids leave the crib no more. Like from fucking shit, from 12 to 20, I was just at the mall. Like, if you go to the mall, you go walk around, you go holler at chicks. They had the fucking 50-cent Taco Bell menu. You can get fed for like $1.50. You get 3 tacos or some shit and a bean burrito. Holler at some broads. Shoplifted a little bit. Steal some things. Get kicked out. Like, that was the shit. Go to the basketball court. You always see someone get in a fight. Play some ball. Go to a park. Drink.
It's a full day.
Like my 15-year-old, like my schedule as a 15-year-old would be, I would sleep till like 4 in the afternoon, wake up, get drunk as fuck, just get wasted, and then like by the time I sobered up around like 2, we would just go break into shit, steal people's stuff, and then sell it. We were low class criminals. We were not.
How old were you when this was going on?
Like 14.
Where the hell were your parents?
My mom was busy like trying to save a dude, man.
Right.
She was like Captain Save a Dude. We always doing that. I wasn't the only one, and you just go run around. And like I wish I was like a smarter criminal. I just wasn't. Like I don't know, like smash and grab was more my deal. Like then you go fucking sell it. That was like the 90s, so fuzzbusters and pullouts. We'll get you for your Kenwood. Bust out that window and take your fucking Kenwood. Call it a day. And you'll sell it, and then you just fucking buy more beer and fucking fast food and shit. Maybe get some shoes.
All that aside, though, but the whole sleeping into the afternoon, your parents didn't check. They weren't worried about your health?
I didn't get in till fucking 4:30 in the morning, 5 in the morning. We was out all night.
Wow.
Those are the days.
That's a lot different than my childhood.
Those were the days. Then I got older, and I was like, man, you should not switched up my hustle. But like that was like just young teen, fucking 14-year-old, just running around fucking taking shit.
Now, 2/3 of the teens they looked at had never had sex, while 24% said they had never had any alcohol either.
Jesus Christ. I didn't have sex either, but that was because I was a late bloomer. I wasn't busting nuts yet. So, I was still a child. But as soon as I could bust a nut, it still took me 3 years to fuck. But then, I really put it down for 2 minutes. And after that, I was a beast.
Now, more than 2/3 said that they speak to friends online 4 or more times a week, while less than a quarter said that they saw them often in person. And that's important because it looks like those who saw their friends face-to-face are more likely to have sex.
That's how it goes. It's such a weird thing, man. Like, I was talking to my homegirl about her sister, and she was like, they're fucking whores. Like, they're running around just fucking. Like, I think if they go out and see each other, like, they're sluttier than we were. But if they don't, then they're super, it's the two extremes. You know what I mean? Like, if they go out, they're getting bustos ran on them. But if they don't, they're just in the fucking house, like, hanging out, watching Netflix and shit. Talking shit on, playing video games, talking shit to each other online.
Almost half of the teens who see friends 4 times a week said that they had sex before, compared to 29% of those who see them in person once a month or less.
How fucking depressing is it? What a life.
That's terrible.
What a fucking awful life you live.
You see a friend once a month? That's not a friend.
Even John is questioning your shit. John. Man, I'm just glad. Like, they don't know no different, though. Writing about it in my book. Like, if all you know is retarded, then, like, you don't know anything else than that. Like, me, like, I don't know how dumb I am. You know what I mean? I can only comprehend what I can comprehend. Like, I don't understand that there's a whole world out there. Like, butterflies and shit, they see, like, 5 more colors than we do.
Is that true?
Yeah, they see, like, infrared and super red and all these different colors. Like, we don't even know what we don't know. And that's how these young kids are. They don't even know how fucking lame they are. If they knew better, they would do better. But they don't. Think about that.
Cell phone plans are getting more expensive for really no reason, they're pointing out here.
Dog, I be clowning on Cricket and Boost and Metro and all that, but like I think Boost, all that shit seems like it's the way to go.
Verizon is killing me. I got to get out of that.
Yeah, like I am fucking hemorrhaging money on my plan, and then you can't even buy a fucking phone now. Now you're like leasing the phone from them. They don't even have phone. They don't even have plans. It's like you're leasing the phone. It's some bullshit.
So they're saying that this really doesn't make any sense because all the infrastructure is still in place. So, and also they're pointing to some sort of price war dying down between T-Mobile and Sprint. But either way, it went up 0.3%, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it adds up. Clearly.
It's gonna creep. I'm telling you, man, this shit keep going this way, man. I'm a fucking... My fucking zillionaire homie's got, like, a hood phone. And he just goes and pays once. I'm like, you're the zillionaire, and you got the hood phone. He's like, yeah, I know, it's just cheaper. Oh.
But what does that mean, this a hood phone? Like a burner? Or what is this? Just like a prepaid?
I don't know, like, yeah, some prepaid from some shit I never even heard of. Go some Armenian spot and give them money.
Shady.
You don't give a fuck. He's like, hey, I makes calls. I swear them rich motherfuckers are cheap as fuck, dude. They're just so cheap.
They know.
I know.
That's how they got rich.
I know. You'd never guess. You look at his shoes. They're not as bad as yours or anything.
Right.
Your shit look like...
Old Man River, that old Man River.
You know what, man? I was looking at your shoes, and it was when you were about to get kicked in the nuts the other day by Sableek, Unique Sableek, at Unique Sableek. Follow her. And I was looking at your shoes and your whole outfit, and I was like, God damn, them bitches are fucking run down. He had ostrich skin. Like, they sent him some ostrich skin Asics that would look pretty fucking sweet before he got his hands on them.
They did. People would approach him in the street and admire the sneakers.
And yeah, like they keep lacing you with dope shoes, and then you just ran them bitches down.
No.
And I was like, how can this get worse? And then you took off your pants. And it was just fucking, yo, dog. It looked like like thrift store boxers that were like 8 sizes too big, and then you had black socks that had been washed so many times that they was just ashy as fuck. They was gray, and then
different colors.
It was one was gold. One had a gold toe, and the other had a plain toe, and it was just depressing.
It's not, just to be clear, nobody sees this shit. Nobody sees this.
But you know it.
Yeah, but it's
underneath everything you're wearing, you know that you're a loser.
Not losing. No, it's not losing. It's just, hey, I'm moving fast, making decisions in the morning. Grab some socks and go. That underwear's clean enough.
Where's your pride, dog?
Nobody knows.
Underwear's clean enough.
It was not clean enough. I had to be next to those things.
Shut. That is not true. You did not smell me. Did you really?
They look dirty. When you get up close, John.
They look dirty from a distance, bro. Them bitches look awful.
They're faded because they're faded. Yeah, right. They look like shit. I know that.
God damn, dog.
But nobody sees them. Nobody.
It was on the goddamn internet.
Well, like I said, I didn't think about that before I left the house.
All right, anyway, tell me another story.
A bad marriage can seriously damage your health.
No fucking shit. It'll hurt your wallet, too.
But conflict in a relationship can lead to bad responses in the body, such as inflammation, changes in appetite, increased release of stress hormones, all of which can affect numerous... Well, you're hurting yourself, your heart, everything.
Cortisol. What is it? Cortisone?
What are those?
Cortisol? That's that shit that'll get you. It'll get you every time.
I mean, they always point out that married people live longer and are healthier, but if you're in a bad relationship, you are really doing some damage.
Yeah, man, it's just stressful, bro. Stress kills. Stress will get you, man. So what do they say to do? Get the fuck out?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're in a bad marriage, of course, try to go to counseling, but just identify that sometimes it's not worth it. You're shortening your life.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Watch out. Look out for that. This just in, bad marriages fuck you up. Thank you.
I just want to put it out there. Millennials, they would like to retire by 61, it looks like.
Okay, sure.
But no one's really saving, so this is just a fantasy.
I know, man. It's a real... Like, I really feel for millennials, and then part of me is like, you're doing it to yourself, too. They live in, like, this weird fantasy world.
61. I mean, do you ever see yourself retiring?
Not at 60. Yo, dude, I come to work every day paranoid. Like, whenever... Like, I don't know if when it's time to swipe the card and it doesn't work, I'm like, I got fired. Every day. Every day, that's how I operate. So, like, I'm going to retire at 61. You know what I mean? Like, shit. I'm fucking shook coming to work.
Now, they're saying here that a more realistic outcome for the graduates of 2018 is retirement age of 72, but that's only if they budget wisely. So it looks like the average millennial is contributing about 7.5% of their income to their retirement fund, but that's way below the suggested 15%.
Yeah, that's going to take you far. And half these motherfuckers are getting useless degrees. I'm telling you, don't go to college unless you got some specific fucking shit in mind.
It's expensive. I mean, now it's just insane.
I know John's still paying off his debt. He's fucking... Did you pay it off?
About a week ago.
John just paid off his debt. He's 52 years old.
I'm not 52.
And he got his degree in what, like history?
History, yeah.
What a dick.
Looking back, that was...
What a stupid move. Look at you. That's what all these any studies, if it says studies next to your shit, that means you're going to be pouring my coffee.
No, it was worthless.
If it says any type of studies...
And back then,
you'll be bringing me ketchup.
Back then,
can I have more ranch dressing? Fucking studies major.
I paid $24,000 a year for that for 4 years,
and it's up to like 40, 50 now, dog.
I know, man. I can't even imagine.
And everyone, go to school. And look, here's newsflash: half y'all motherfuckers are too dumb for school, man. Like, I know it sounds awful, but like. That's why you taking these weak ass courses that can't nobody do anything with. I say it over and over again. They need to scrap this whole degree shit. Let motherfuckers take tests to see how fucking, like, it doesn't have to be an IQ test, but just let them take a test to see where you can judge their intelligence and problem solving ability. And that allows everybody a chance. Now some fucking scrappy dude from the fucking hood can come in, apply for a job, and if he can take a test and do better than your fucking history major ass, then he's got a shot at a fucking job. Instead of all these kids, they're going into crazy debt. I'm gonna keep pushing that shit. No one's gonna listen, but I'm gonna keep pushing it.
Well, some jobs do that. Like when I applied for it was like a warehouse job out in Ontario. They gave me an aptitude test where you take this whole thing, and it fast-tracked me through, but I wasn't going to work there.
They're doing fucking aptitude tests at warehouses, but they won't do it at, like, here. Shout out to, like, Silicon Valley. That's one of those places where, like, if you can program, you can program. Like, they don't give a fuck. If you can program, you can program. Like, 3 of my homies didn't even get out of college, and they're fucking crushing. But someplace like here, where you got to go in debt in college just to intern and fucking pick up a phone.
It is hard to get into places like this. That's for sure.
It's ridiculous.
I know.
I'm lucky. I'm lucky that I'm talent. Else I'd have been fucked. I don't got no college education.
You'd have figured something
You even
out.
heard me. Ain't got no college education.
You would have figured something out.
I'd have got it, but, like, not here. Anyway.
All right.
That it?
Yep.
Give me some good news.
All right.
And now, time for good news.
There is a guy who is disabled over in the Philippines. He's in a wheelchair. He had a motorcycle accident, but he has this dog, and his dog is his companion. And you can see him cruising down the street in his wheelchair, and the dog is pushing his wheelchair. I don't fully understand how that happened, but I'm going to take a look.
Why wouldn't he pull the wheelchair like a husky?
Yeah. I don't know.
Just look at him, pushing him down the blow. Hey, look at me pushing you.
His buddy.
He's not even pushing him. He's just walking beside him.
Well, maybe they're taking a liberty here, but the dog's...
That's the good news? You found a fucking guy that can't walk with a dog?
Well, he's got a dog.
Wow.
A faithful companion. Daigong. The mighty Daigong.
That's the dog's name is Daigong?
Yeah. So, I mean, that's nice.
Daigong ain't even pushing him. He walked on the side half the fucking time.
He looks focused.
You really got to work on your good news, man. And it's in the Philippines. That dog's going to be dinner in a fucking 2 weeks.
Oh, but...
Here they come. Daigong.
See, it's nice to have a faithful companion like that.
Looking like a snack. No dogs allowed. You see how they shut it off right before they wouldn't let the dog into the building?
Wouldn't you like a friend like that?
Yeah, I would like a friend. I have none. I'm a loser. Yeah. That was the news.
You are checking out the All Out Show with Rude Jude on demand.
All right, man, that was the show. Thanks to Brian Krim. He wrote the book, Our Germans, about Operation Paperclip, or Project Paperclip, excuse me. John is a producer and does the news. Alex is a producer. Keenan is associate producer. Chris on the boards. Jet is on the phones. And we out this bitch. My name is Jude Anthony Angelini. Y'all have a good one. Talk to you soon.